So the IBF heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua defended his heavyweight crown against Eric Molina in a 3-round match where he knocked him out in the 3rd round. After the fight, Vladimir Klitschko went into the ring and had this to say: "Do you want to see a big fight? Do you want to see Ukraine against the UK?" So now it's on. We have Anthony Joshua versus Vladimir Klitschko, and he will have a tough opponent in Klitschko. But we may have a super fight in our hands. So they're both very skillful boxers, and they both have very much in common, which I will go into now. One won Olympic gold in '96, the other one won Olympic gold in 2012. They're both very heavy-handed, and they both have very decent boxing skills. Klitschko has a KO percentage of 78% and knocked out 53 of his 64 opponents. Many of his fights look very boring, but very often he manages to close the deal and go home as a winner. He lost 4 out of 64 fights in his career, and he has been undefeated for 10 years. So this fight could turn out to be a great heavyweight fight. Klitschko's advantage is his experience. Klitschko has been in tough fights where he has been behind, but through resilience and perseverance, he has been able to turn the tables and turn shit into gold, basically. So he knows how it is to be under big pressure in a big fight and profit from his champion mentality. He has looked very fresh for his age, and we don't know, is he really aging? We have seen him perform very poorly in the Tyson Fury fight, or is he gonna come back stronger in a Joshua fight and that was just a slip? Maybe he just had a bad day, or maybe it is time for him to pass the torch for a younger generation of fighters. On the other hand, Joshua is young, powerful and hungry. What I like about Joshua is that he keeps evolving from fight to fight. He gets better from fight to fight. He had some problems against Dillian Whyte, but he showed that he can persevere if he puts his mind through it, and he gets better as his opposition gets better. And that's the champion way. When he won his title against Charles Martin, he knocked him out pretty fast, but mistakes that he did in previous fights, he did the same mistakes in the Martin fight. And then when he defended his title for the first time against Brazil, who is a very tough heavyweight, I mean, he may outclass Brazil, but he showed that he can not only bang, but that he can also win a fight with good boxing skills. And then in the end, he knocked him out anyway. But he stayed very calm in this fight. He never overcommitted, and he showed that he's now ready for the better opposition. So this may be exactly the right time for him to step up after the Molina fight. His only weakness right now is his inexperience. He's big, he has the power, he has the boxing skills, but can he go against a man like Vladimir Klitschko? Klitschko has more than 4 times the amount of fights on his resume. So what I shouldn't forget to mention at this point would be they know each other very well. Joshua has been a sparring partner of Vladimir Klitschko. It is also a big challenge for Klitschko because we don't know, will his age affect him? Like I said, he's fighting a young prospect. He's fighting a young, capable, good boxer. And is his age going to be a big factor in this fight is the question. He has to redeem himself from the Fury fight, but this may as well be his last fight if he loses. Is he going to return back to old glory, or is Joshua going to put him out of the game for good? There's a lot of pressure on Joshua too, because is he overrated, or is he really the next big thing in heavyweight boxing, and will he defeat this heavyweight legend? This is the biggest challenge for Joshua, but hopefully the outcome of this fight will make heavyweight boxing interesting again. Should Klitschko lose, it wouldn't cast a big shadow in his career considering what he's achieved in the sport to this point. But it's still an important fight for him because he never talks of quitting. He always talks about his next fight and that he still feels young and that he wants to continue. So he must bring his A game. This might be the last chance to be a champion again. So they both have a lot on the line. Will this young prospect be a pioneer of this new heavyweight era, or will the veteran return to old glory? But disregarding what they have achieved in the past, it's never about being good. It's always about getting better.